Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, my hair is super poofy. Ooh, unfoldment. Indoor is a little sappy this morning. Hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just getting started. Gonna pull us cards just to see what the energy is this morning after that gorgeous full moon and everything that went down yesterday. Let me look at my camera holder up there. That's from when I do the face down videos. Hey. So starting out today, the first card I got, I'm going to do a little different, pulling some different decks today. It says, do the right thing for the right reason compared to traditional versus new approach to see which one works for you. A spiritually minded community. I think that's what a lot of people are working on right now. I know for sure we're working on a spiritual community down here. I was thinking about that. I'm going to be jam-packed all March. We're going to be building a sweat lodge with the Zen-Den. And we had scheduled to do it in January, but just stuff happened, so we didn't get to it. So we've got to go to this one spot that was actually where we used to do Boy Scout camp with my son. And we got to get a whole bunch of these saplings that we're going to clear out of there. And then we got to take them over to another area where we're going to build, she said, a longhouse sweat lodge. I don't know, she had a vision or something about it. And yeah. So one weekend is going to be collecting all the stuff to build the sweat lodge and building it. And then one weekend is going to be doing the actual sweat lodge. And then the last weekend of the month will be the festival that we got going on up there. Bride in the cage. So March is going to be crazy, man. Plus it's I got my niece's birthday, my daughter's birthday, my birthday, and Rob's birthday too. And all our birthdays are on a weekend this year. And I somehow volunteered us all to be doing this. But like I said, when we started, all this stuff was in I'm going to go with my traditionals today. All this stuff was supposed to be going down back in January. I did the Zen-Den yesterday. I love it up there. I could listen to Susan just talk to customers all day long. It's really a huge inspiration for me. Everybody calls her Mama Bear. She's a Sagittarius. It was so funny, too, because one of the other artists that works up there sometimes, she was up there one weekend. She was just like, Susan needs to slow down or she's going to burn out. And I was like, Susan is a Sagittarius. When she stops moving, that's when you need to worry about her. I was like, as long as she's busy doing something and she's happy, let her. Just let her go. Let her dive into all that creative energy. She's all right. And if she'll get tired, she'll take a rest. That's how Sagittarius do. And then they'll sleep for like 12 hours. Because Sagittarius and Pisces are the biggest sleepers I know. I don't know. Maybe Taurus. Taurus is definitely a heavy-duty sleeper. It was a busy weekend. We took Alyssa up to the Zen-Den too yesterday. Her and Rob went fishing behind the Zen-Den because it's beautiful there, man. Like I said, I was in such awe when I first started working there. I'm like, dude, I'm working in this really cool little shop. Right behind it is a channel, and you can see the bridge and everything going off to the Port Royal Marine base there. And around the corner is another beach that you can actually go swimming and stuff at. You got this big, beautiful oak in the back that they do their circles and stuff with. This is cool. She said she's going to be doing a hand fasting up there. Here in the next couple of weeks. I love it. All right. Let's see what we got going on. All right. You got the Ace of Cups, which I love this. I love the Ace of Cups. I always say the Ace of Cups is considered the fountain of love card. It's where you get into the energy of where you're constantly, you're tapped into source. Reiki healers and some other types of healers understand this type of energy. It's where you're constantly tapped into source, so you never get drained from doing the work because it's not your energy, right? You're tapped into source energy. Well, Ace of Cups is where you're able to do that from a heart center base. But I'm just sending out love, right? See, very, very nurturing energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. Working on skills, looking back on the positives in life, and definitely completing some cycles. I think a lot of people did a lot of soul searching during this full moon. And that was going on over here. I usually don't jump lines, but I just got to show you guys this. Ace of Cups with Two of Cups over it in both lines. It's a lot of really strong soul connections going on here. But just because you got strong soul connections doesn't mean you need to put down your healthy boundaries. Still maintain your healthy boundaries. Still stick with what you're passionate in. Don't take on anything that's going to, derail you from what you've been working on, right? Six of Cups again. Accept and adapt to change. Ace of Pentacles. Focus on what seeds that you're planting. Take any lessons that you get, from having to go through these phases. And make sure that when you speak them, you're planting positive seeds of intentions that'll help people. $5D. Just reaffirming really strong connections that are going on right now. Get the Page of Wands here. I get the Page of Wands, but it's usually I would be like, keep me, working on focusing on a passion or something like that. But I see that there's still a kind of like, when it comes to this, there's still kind of like this little bit of a immature kind of lustful energy going on. Just fine. Focus your thoughts and your words. Keep them focused. This is still all a rite of passage. In this deck, what? He's traveling with more people than just themselves. A lot of decks, it just shows one person. This deck, what? You're working on, But that's the role. That's the role of the positive masculine. They are designed to protect. What you're born to do. Feminines are designed to nurture. Masculines are designed to protect. That's why one was given intuition, one was given, more logic, one, everybody was given gifts for a reason. That's the skills you should be working on, right? Oh. So we got the overall that I pulled before we even started with that unity card. And I think that's what a lot of us are actually working towards, right? We're all working towards building these communities and connections and webs of spiritually minded people that aren't stuck to any traditional belief system or anything else like that. Though the energies that are coming up from past lives, unrequited love, bride in a cage. And I think this speaks a lot to the wounded feminine. I mean, a lot of people get on us about, everything's about empowering women and everything and disempowering men. No, that's not what it's about. It's that there's a very dangerous program out there that is messing up the system of natural bond forming, right? There's a lot of past lives of forced arranged marriages. And there's a lot of even I'll go, what is that? A Million Ways to Die in the West. And she's talking about she married him. And she was like, I married him when I was 9. He was like, you were 9? She was like, well, I didn't want to end up a spinster at 15. Dude, that was it. You were married off really, really young, usually to older people. And it became this competition among women to land the best husband, things like that. It didn't matter anything about love, looks. It just was all about stature. And there was a lot of false marriages. And now this, at the same time, bred a very toxic programming to men too, that they didn't have to worry about anything other, not emotional or anything else like that, just their status. So everything became status-based. And that's how the bride in the cage comes around, right? And that's how you end up in unrequited soul ties. And what happens is in those lives, a lot of those people did end up at some point actually falling in love with each other. When you're forced to live with somebody for so long, and, they did form bonds and friendships and strong soul connections. But when it comes down to it, the soul eventually realizes that, right? That it wasn't the 2 of Cups connection. It was a 3 of Cups connection, right? You know what I'm saying? It was like a soul cluster connection, not, yeah. All right. Unfoldment. There's a lot going on right now, right? And there's a lot unfolding, and there's a lot more that is going to unfold over 2021, right? Anybody who's telling you that it's going to be a horrible, horrible year. And now I'll tell you, and now this is from reading. I've been getting a bunch of readings lately. If you went through it in 2017, 2018, 2019, it's your turn. If you didn't and you did really well, and now I'm not, if you shifted in 2018, then you're on an upswing right now. People who didn't shift in 2018 are being force shifted now. So now they're going to be going through the same kind of upheaval turmoils that the ones that switched at 2018 did. But now the reason the universe does this is it selects the few that are in the positions that they are to shift 6 months to a year, whatever, before a mass collective shift, so that there is somebody for people to talk to when they start to shift, when there's a massive shift happening. All right. So, yeah. So if you're going through a shift now, Just keep rolling with it. Right? Keep focusing your energy. Keep, be mindful not to project negative timelines forward or anything. But just know it will get better. It always does. Everybody always does this thing when they're having it really, really good. They're like, oh, I'm just waiting for something bad to happen. Something bad's going to happen. Good never lasts forever. Well, you know what? Apply that same exact mentality to bad times. Bad times can't last forever. It's never bad forever. Something good is bound to happen. Flip the script, y'all. And you'll see it start to change. Another big thing I said, if you are in, and I see this for the witch community too, if you're in this position where you're constantly hexing people, stop it. Stop hexing your enemies. Start blessing your friends. And you'll see how fast you speed things up for yourself. This is your dog, right? There we go. But, all right, that's all time I got for this morning. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here every morning. Please kick my bells, and I love you. I'll talk to you later.